Hello there, Steve-Os, and welcome along to this week's episode of the Movie Wrap-Up. Not many movies have been watched and reviewed by me this week, sadly, due to an issue. I'm not going to explain it right now, okay? I'm going to probably explain it in the next episode of the weekly vlog, which I'm going to talk to you about at the end of this video as well, okay? So, without further ado, let's start by rolling the titles and seeing what movies I've reviewed this week. You're watching Steve's Movie Wrap-Up, episode 50, right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. The first movie you'll be reviewing in this episode is Don't Move. So the first movie I've seen this week is Don't Move, which I gave 3 stars over on Letterboxd. I will say this one has been on the watch list for a while, and I just had to sit down and watch Don't Move on the day of its release on Netflix, especially knowing that the horror legend Sam Raimi helped to produce Don't Move as well. So, what did I think of the film? I actually really enjoyed it. Don't Move does follow a grieving mother who sadly lost her son. She goes and visits his memorial and is planning to also end her own life nearby where his memorial is. The film does start off on a slow note, but I will say this is more of a psychological thriller than horror, and I will also note that this movie tends to be quite slow-paced as well, so if you're okay with a slow-paced thriller, then this one will be for you. I think it does handle grief and loss in a sensitive way in this film, but as we meet the main character of this film, Iris, she is planning to end her own life by jumping off a cliff, but before she does, she discovers this guy who is really friendly at first and tells her a little bit about himself too. He decides to walk away from her, but what he told her was enough courage to not go through with the plan to end her life. She instead follows him through the woods to his car, where she is also parked up. As she tries to get into her car though, she can't, as he is parked way too close to her car for her to be able to get into the car. At this point though, she is then trapped as he begins to attack her, shock her in the chest with this thing that is disguised as an umbrella, and he also injects her with this solution where her body will shut down within the space of 20 minutes. So she has 20 minutes to find an escape to get away from him as quickly as possible. But the more running she does, the less time she has to escape, and the more quicker her body will shut down. There are some violent scenes in this thriller movie, understandably, and I will say that the movie does fairly stick its landing, I feel. There are some great cinematography shots in here, and the film itself does have a running time of 1 hour and 32 minutes, so it's fairly short, but it's still enough that I did. It's still enough for the movie that I did enjoy over on Netflix. Is this a movie that I would recommend watching? For sure, I would recommend this movie to people who enjoy watching those slow burn thrillers, and for anyone who is a fan of the director Sam Raimi, I'm sure you'll notice some of his input into this movie. And is this going to be a movie that I could see me checking out again and rewatching in the future? I do reckon this will be one that I will come back to and watch every now and again. But Don't Move is now streaming over on the streaming service Netflix globally. The Weekend Away. And the final movie that I have seen this week is the movie The Weekend Away, which I have seen before, but I have given it 2.5 stars over on Letterboxd. The Weekend Away is a movie that was released on Netflix back in 2022. It hasn't taken me 2 years to watch this movie. I have seen this movie once before, so this is a rewatch for me. But this was a movie that I like to have gone back and revisit again. And after not seeing it for a while, I do remember enjoying watching this movie when I first discovered this on Netflix 2 years ago. But here we are 2 years later, and has my opinion changed for The Weekend Away? Well, there are some parts of this movie that I did enjoy. I remember seeing the plot twist at the end of the movie, and for some reason 2 years ago I was rather pleasantly surprised by the twist, but now watching this 2 years later, it is predictable really. So it's about two friends, Beth and Kate, who end up going for a girls' weekend away together. However though, Kate ended up vanishing during the night out, so it It is down to Beth to solve the mystery as to where and how her friend vanished in the night, leading her to find out some truths and discoveries about her friend and her relationship that she never knew before. The movie does have a running time of 90 minutes, and there are some moments in this film that does feel rushed, whilst other points find you have never seen this movie for yourself. It will have some edge of your seat moments and a lot of tension build up to in this thriller film. I thought the acting performances in this were somewhat decent too, with the main character of Beth being played by Leighton Meeston, who I believe starred in the TV series Gossip Girl, a series that I've never watched and have no intentions of watching, just not my kind of show. Is this a movie that I would recommend? For those who haven't seen it, looking for a thriller to watch on Netflix, I would say give this one a go, although you may find it to be rather predictable, because I do remember when I first watched this 2 years ago that there are some twists in the story which you can kind of predict will happen. And is this a movie that maybe I could see myself revisiting and watching again sometime? Maybe again in another 2 years. I could see myself watching this on Netflix. That's if it's still on Netflix in 2 years' time. But The Weekend Away is now streaming over on the streaming service Netflix globally. And that is all the movies that I have seen for this week, unfortunately. Obviously, I've not been able to watch as many movies as I kind of hoped for, due to some circumstances, which I really don't want to go into in this video, okay? But I am going to kind of briefly discuss it in a way in my next weekly vlog. Now, before I do go, I do want to point this out, okay? I have already said this in my community notes on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, and I'm just going to say it here in this video right now. There is going to be no more YouTube videos coming to the channel SteveOfficial between now, by the time this video gets released, until the 18th of November 2024. I am going to still continue doing the movie wrap-ups. I'm still going to continue doing the weekly vlogs. I'm still going to be filming all of that, okay? But due to reasons which is behind the scenes here at my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, okay? Which, again, I don't want to delve into right now, okay? It will be discussed in my next weekly vlog. The next weekly vlog will be out on the 18th of November 2024 at 4 PM UK time, okay? So what's going to happen is this. Of course, as mentioned, I'm still going to be filming the episodes of the weekly vlog. I'm still going to be filming the episodes of the movie wrap-up each week as well, okay? I'm going to be editing them and uploading them as well each week. However, though, when it comes to uploading, they are going to be scheduled across the space of 1 week, okay? And that's going to be starting from the 18th of November, okay? So the 18th of November at 4 PM will be my next weekly vlog. 19th of November will be my movie wrap-up, and then the 20th of November is another episode of the weekly vlog. 21st of November is a movie wrap-up, and then 22nd of November is a weekly vlog, and then the 23rd of November, I believe at that point, will be a movie wrap-up video as well, and then obviously there will be another weekly vlog to come after that, which hopefully by then we should be all caught up, and you guys will know what I've done at the end of October and throughout November, all the way up until the time of the usual upload for the weekly vlog, okay? But I just thought I'd let you guys know about that, okay? So I do apologise, the vlogs are going to be coming, okay? I am going to be releasing a couple throughout the week from the 18th of November, okay? And then hopefully we should get back up and running again for whenever my next weekly vlog will be. And also as well, I'm going to say this now, when I do come back to YouTube, okay, there is also going to be a little bit of chat as well about Vlogmas as well, because obviously Vlogmas is not far ahead, is it? Especially as we're coming closer and closer to Christmas. So yeah, so anyway, so listen guys, I really do appreciate your support, okay? I really am appreciative of all your support, and I just want to thank you guys for supporting me here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, okay? I will be back on the 18th of November 2024 at 4 PM UK time. All uploads across that week is going to be released at 4 PM UK time, alright? And listen, feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new around here and you like what you see, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section on this video and let me know what films you've been watching as well this past week, whether it's old, new, in cinemas, on Blu-ray, on DVD, on streaming, whether you purchased it to buy and keep on digital. Again, let me know in the comment section down below, okay? There is going to be the next episode of the movie wrap-up, which will be coming out on the 19th of November. It is going to be mainly focusing on horror movies because, of course, across this next week, I'm going to try my best and watch as many horror films as I possibly can, as well as doing a weekly vlog and stuff like that, alright? But listen, from me, for now, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys again in my next YouTube video being uploaded to this YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, on the 18th of November 2024.